Hello and welcome to the Fourum podcast. This week we're sponsored by twitch.tv/themodernmyth. All of the gameplay, none of the charisma, intelligence or ability to distract you from the game. Thanks, The Modern Myth. This week I'm joined by former teenage heartthrob and now his heart just throbs Casey, our foreign news correspondent Lewis, and to make up the disability quota, John, and as always, myself, Liam. Welcome to the Fourum podcast.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, thanks for the warm introduction.
Yeah, welcome back, Lewis. You've been to Gay Paris. No, you've been to Straight Bordeaux.
Yeah.
What did you get up to?
So just basically tourist shit. Went around, seen the sights, but to be honest, on the way back it got a bit interesting. So we got on the plane from Bordeaux, and when we arrived in Edinburgh, basically they wouldn't let us off the plane because they found a passport and a boarding pass that had been shredded. So we couldn't get off the plane. So Border Force had to come on the plane, check everybody's passports, and then eventually they found some poor fucking, I don't know where he was from, but some poor bastard got off the plane with the Border Force, and they basically wouldn't let them look in their bags. They were trying to look in his bags, and he was like, no, and then eventually they did, and fuck knows what was inside there, but he was definitely up to no good. So I don't know if he's in the jail cell or where he is now, but yeah, there was definitely some fuckery going on.
Wow. Executed on site, probably.
Yeah. And Scotland,
honestly, they should.
Yeah, they should probably.
They should. It's amazing how one fucker could just ruin everything.
Mm.
Yeah,
He was a young guy as well. Like, he wasn't old. He must have been about 20 or maybe 19, 20, 21. But I reckon he must have been smuggling something that he shouldn't be. So, or I don't know if he was smuggling himself or what. But
yeah, I was going to say probably smuggling himself rather than getting on the back of a lorry or bloody trying to get through Dover or whatever. You're better off getting on an airplane, flying in luxury for 30 quid on Ryanair or whatever, and then you're in the country anyway.
The thing is, like, why would he fucking shred the boarding pass and the passport? That's the bit I couldn't understand. And then when I got to like the checkout, like once you get off the plane, you go through obviously the passport control. I'm kind of guessing he was going to say he lost his fucking boarding pass and his passport, and try and claim it somebody else maybe.
But can you even buy a plane ticket? I guess they can turn you away if you don't have a visa or whatever, right? But
well, yeah. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, he was definitely not of British origin. He was quite tanned. I'd say, if I had to guess, he was probably from the Middle East, or maybe that kind of area. So yeah, I mean, he was definitely more tanned than normal.
Unless you're more tan than normal.
I mean, more tan than French or British.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, what did you get up to actually in Paris?
No, I never went to Paris. In Bordeaux, yeah. So it was a cool place, like a lot cooler than I expected it to be, because it kind of last minute booking, and yeah, I mean the sites, like it's like I think it's been the capital of France like 3 times. Bordeaux, I think it was capital once during the war or something, and in the French Revolution, and a couple other times for some strange reason, But yeah, it's a cool place. It's got it's a lot richer than you'd expect it to be, and yeah, definitely worth visiting.
Cool. Yeah.
What's the vibe there? Because in Paris, people tend to be, or at least the lore is that people tend to be a bit more cocky.
Rude. I mean, a few people were just rude to me, and I was just like, fine. Like, I mean, like. In Lidl, we went to Lidl, and my phone was gonna die. So what I did is I went to Lidl and I went to buy a portable charger, and I bought the biggest portable charger you could, because I thought, fuck it, I'll just buy that. And so I bought it in Lidl, took it to the checkout, was self-scanning it, and then the security guard came over and was like, oh no, you can't buy that. And I was like, okay, fine, I won't buy it, fine. And then I said, why? And then they just, I don't speak English. And I was like, alright, okay, fine. And then as I go to leave, they were like, oh, let me check your bags. So then they made me swear to God, swear to God. So they made me empty my bag in front of them. And I have no idea what they were getting at here. I don't know if they thought I was some sort of terrorist and they wanted to make sure I wasn't fucking trying to make a bomb with a battery in my bag. But I was
Speaking
just
about
like,
that tan.
yeah, talking about that tan. And then yeah, fuck knows what was going on there. I just showed them my bag. I had a pair of trainers and a fucking pack of Haribos, and just left after that.
Yeah, the French are an odd bunch. I think it's like it's different countries are different levels of warmth. Do you know what I mean? It's like politeness versus friendliness. Like the English can be very polite, but also not
Mm,
very friendly, or
yeah,
parts of England can be.
yeah.
But French are neither polite nor friendly sometimes.
Yeah,
So
well, to be honest, when we were in one of the restaurants and we got thrown out of a restaurant as well. So we went to a restaurant. It was like kind of by the sea, and we were like, okay, we've just eaten, we're not that hungry, but let's just get something small, and we'll maybe just get a cup of coffee. So we both got a cup of coffee, and we were going to get ice cream and a waffle to share. And basically, we went there. We sat down. We'd just eaten, so we'd went there, sat down. We went by the beach. We got the coffee. We were going to get the coffee. We were going to get the waffle and the ice cream, and basically I just says, "Oh, we'll just get one to share." And he looked at me and he's like, "What? No, no chance. You're not getting one to share." And he's like, "No, you can't eat here." And I
He's
was
like, the
like,
Dutch are here. Fuck.
yeah, I was like, what? I was like, shit, it's not that big a deal. It's not that deep. You're gonna make money. Like, don't relax. The ice cream was like 15 euros or whatever, and the coffee was like two each. So he was still making 20 quid off us, or 20 euros. But they just were so against us sharing something that they were just like, fuck off. And
was the restaurant packed or?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't packed, but I think it was maybe like
Because they kicked out everyone that wanted to share.
yeah. It wasn't packed, but I think they were just the guy. Like when we went in, the guy's attitude was just bad. Uh, I felt like well, this was in like it wasn't actually in Bordeaux. We kind of did a bit of a day trip out of Bordeaux, and what happened is it was very much a local town, and I think they were offended that people who were tourists were going to their town because it was kind of like we were the only tourists there. We kind of picked a random place near Bordeaux and went there, and it felt like they were frustrated that the tourists were in their town, basically.
Was it Saint something or? Do you
No, we never. It wasn't
remember?
that Saint Emilion. That looked beautiful, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like, but we didn't go there. We went to fuck it. It's called. There's like this beautiful like beach called Dune du Plat, which means like beach of Pilat or something in French. Or Dune of Pilat even. And yeah, we went to the town nearby that, and they were just like not having it at all. That I left there thinking like, fuck this guy, man. Like I was so angry, and I was like, I'm not even going to eat in this town, man. I was like, fuck this town, I'm away. So I went back to the city after that and got tried to get an Italian because we'd been eating French food like every other
Yeah.
day.
When in
And the thing,
France. When in
yeah,
France.
yeah,
get it
yeah,
on.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know what it is about like that's that part of Europe, so like France or Italy or whatever. But the tomatoes are just like fucking 10 times better, and they're they just taste so much fresher, so much sweeter, and like I'd had French food like day after day after day. I was like, fuck it, I'll have Italian. Italian's predominantly tomato, so let's fucking bring it. And then we went there and we ended up fucking couldn't because like the thing that's also quite frustrating is you forget that you eat at a British time. Because when you're in fucking France, they like stop at 3 o'clock or whatever, and then they open again at 7 o'clock. So when
Yeah.
I'm there at 5 o'clock trying to get some fucking pasta, you're basically just doing a walk of fucking Bordeaux trying to find an Italian or any restaurant for that matter. And but no, I mean the trip was cool. I mean, I definitely recommend visiting it. It's a beautiful place. Really like nice, like big white, rich European buildings. And the streets are kind of similar to like Barcelona, small but beautiful. And but yeah, I mean, I'd say go, but just fucking try and avoid as many French people as possible.
Go to France, but avoid all the French.
yeah,
Weird how that is like the meme, like about France. Is like France is
yeah,
beautiful. It's a shame about the French. Like
yeah. But yeah,
you,
amazing, man.
you've always had good experiences, haven't you, Casey? But you don't. You just go to the countryside, don't you?
Yeah, I mean literally to a town of like 200 people, so it's not gonna be I mean, you can see the cultural difference. Like, they come off a bit snobby with, the way they carry themselves and all stuff like that. I mean, but it's just they're never. At least there, I've hadn't had a bad experience with a French person
Hmm.
in the countryside there.
Yeah, and let's just set the scene here. Casey is completely white.
Yeah, it helps. That
That's
definitely
true.
helps. I've had actually here a friend of mine. She moved there like a while, but this is like 10 years ago or something when I was
Yeah.
also living here.
Yeah.
She's Indian, and
Okay.
but you can see that.
Hmm.
And she was walking in a shop here in the Netherlands, and some woman was following her around, and she was literally the only one in the shop.
Yeah.
And
Weird.
you know, she goes to the dressing room, and the woman standing outside the dressing room and stuff like that. And they were like, "Do you need help?"
Sounds like the
and
start of a good porno.
no, I mean, so. Oh yeah, this is a great porno about to happen. But so she's like, what's wrong? Why are you following me? And the woman's literally like, yeah, the owner wants me to follow your type.
Oof.
Oh.
I mean, that's what Indian. That's weird because normally they own the shops. They're not stealing from them.
Yeah, that's a good point. But nah, this was like 10 years ago in the Netherlands. I mean, it's much better. But I've literally had that. I've seen a friend of mine, and he's a black dude. So we went into the Albert Heijn and it was separately.
Hmm.
And the security guard actually told him, can you leave your bag here? And there I am walking around with my fucking bag in Albert Heijn. No problem.
No way.
When was this? Did you say?
This was I want to say 2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay. So they switched from security guards to cameras. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's catch the post act now, but
Mm.
no, but it's crazy that type of shit.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Growing up in Curacao, I really don't.
What's interesting is these people that like take it on themselves. Like I've only ever seen shoplifting like maybe 2 or 3 times, right? And it's like always been at like the local co-op or whatever, and some girls like stealing food. Which, first of all, who gives a fuck? Like the co-op's gonna make money. Let her have her fucking ready meals or whatever she's stealing. But it's always like the security guards put themselves out there to stop these people. I guess that's their job, but it's like, do you actually care? Like if they take a ready meal and some sweets?
Yeah, and the
Like
thing is, yeah,
3
it's a gate.
pounds.
Yeah, sorry, it is a gateway. Like, so I mean, like, if you start stealing like fucking ready meals and you get away with it, I mean, I don't think it'd probably stop there. But the thing is, like, if you think about how much these security guards are getting paid, I don't know how much they're getting paid, but let's say it's minimum wage. They're getting paid like what, £8-9 an hour. I don't know what minimum wage is, and they're working 8 hours a day, so they're actually fucking 75 quid. Say they're making per day. Are people stealing £75 worth of stuff from a fucking local convenience shop?
No.
Let- Exactly. So let them steal it. Fuck it.
Yeah, especially when you can just watch it back on the cameras, then ban them from the shop afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Simpler.
yeah, but it's like Liam said, or where does it stop? And then do more people come and do it?
Sure.
I guess it could be a slippery slope, I guess. But
I'm just assuming. Obviously, I don't know the statistics, but this is just based on like addictive behavior and just human psychology. The brief shit that I know, like I feel like it would become more of an issue. It's sort of like, you know, beggars increase. You know.
But then think about it like this, right? Brother Bezos is like fucking started the Amazon Fresh or whatever it's called. It's a supermarket. You walk in, you get what you want, and then you fuck off. You leave the
Yeah.
shop, and it charges you straight away.
Mm.
I believe it would be relatively simple to steal somebody's Amazon account, and then you could quite easily walk into the shop, walk out of the shop, steal whatever the fuck you want. Nobody would even know, apart from the fact that the person's Amazon account you signed into is somebody else's.
Yeah.
that's the heist of the century. What is the like most money dense thing you can steal from an Amazon Fresh? Like
It's
Do
just
they do like
bulk alcohol, probably. Like, I'd probably just alcohol, and then fucking.
that's quite heavy, like per liter? That's actually quite heavy. Like, do they do like printer ink? Could you just fucking stock up on printer ink in a backpack and get out there? Because
Probably.
that would be a heist.
Yeah, I mean there will be things there that are valuable that are just small. Fucking buy
Perfume?
what is it? Saffron, buy saffron. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Don't flog,
spices.
buy its flog saffron on the black market.
This is like 17th century bloody tactics here.
Yeah.
Walk up somewhere and steal all their spices. This is British and Dutch like 101 here.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I got done for a bag. Like, you know, when you get adrenaline when it's like you get into a confrontation, or it's not even really a confrontation. You're about to get in a confrontation. I had one of the security guards who's probably seen me 100 times since I moved here. Like, there's two security guards at the co-op, and it's like I like know their faces. Like, I could draw them perfectly. And one of them like basically came up behind me when I was like half asleep, like probably 5 minutes before the shop closes, and he's just like, are you sure you scanned the bag? Is what he said to me. Like, are you sure you scanned the bag? And it was like, suddenly for some reason I just had this rush of adrenaline. Like, you know, because of course because I'm like annoyed because every single time I'll scan the bag.
You're like, what if?
Bag. And I was just like, I like silently just handed him my bag, and he sort of like looked at me confused because it was full of stuff, because I like pack my stuff as I go. And then I finished what I was doing, like took the receipt out of the bag and was like, just like made him read it. And he was like, oh no, I don't have to. And I was like, no, yeah, that's fine. You're just doing your job. Like, just getting super aggro at the guy because it's just
were you on a passive aggressive thing, or were you just feeling guilty?
I think I just snapped. Well, no, because I always pay for my bag. I just like snapped into a like, oh, you know, fuck you. But the poor guy is just doing his job. But I was just like, you know, there's fucking people that do steal the bags, or there's people that are probably stealing from this store, and you're stopping me, who you've seen 50 times, you know, and you're stopping me to check if I paid for the bag. Like, it's for 5p. Like, that is just pedantic. That is a waste of time. So like in our conversation, he would have been paid more than 5p. So I think I was just like, I was tired, and I just like snapped at him a bit, and then I was like, I was fine afterwards, you know. It's just one of those things they get on your shackles, and you're like, ugh, you know, you kick out at people.
So at the Albert Heijn here, at the self-checkout, randomly you'll get like, you know, wait for the whatever the fuck they call the workers to come check, you know, and then they scan like 6 items, 7 items. And then you're good to go. Then you can pay and leave. So it's random, so I don't know.
That's a good way of doing spot checks.
How
random I like it.
How random really is it? Do you think your friend who got stopped with the bag at the Hague would get the random?
No, I paid attention, and it seems pretty random. Like, even I get it quite frequently. Like, I'd say about 40% of the times I do groceries, then they'll check 30%. But I noticed though, if it's like less than 3 items, or less than I think less than 3 or 4 items, they don't check it. Like, you won't get randomly checked.
That's quite high, 35-40%. Are you sure they're not pressing the button every time they see you? Because that is.
No, because I know them now. Like, I do my groceries there all the time, and like I'm always cracking jokes with them. Even like the lady's like, I got you this time, you know, like, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, why are you buying 20 cans of Coke? Like, you know.
That's what 20 wines, did you say that?
Yeah, that would make sense why they're stopping you.
No, it's not that bad, but I mean, like,
they're just like, we don't even sell this here. Where are you getting?
I mean, like, I remember I bought 2 packs of, like, I don't know how many come in it, but they're like in a plastic wrap, right, tight, and one of them was open. By the way, pet peeve of mine: you show up to buy cans of Coke, and they come packaged, right? Now, I get you open them up and you take single ones out and you want to get single ones. But if there's one already open, why the fuck are you opening a second one instead of taking from that? and then there's no more packaged cans left. So I had to take that one and then add one from the single one in it, basically.
Wait,
Granted,
so it's like a Lidl where it's all like the big like crates of drinks, and they're like cellophaned up, aren't they? Are you saying people will take single cans out of those?
so you have the the Coke cans. They're like 350 milliliters, I think.
Yeah, 330. Yeah, but yeah.
So they come in like packages of, I don't know, 10, 12, whatever the fuck it is, in the plastic, and then people will literally take one singles out of those.
What?
Which fine, whatever, you can buy singles, but my point is, if there's a ready pack that's open that you can grab from, why are you fucking up the next pack?
That's interesting. We don't do that here, do we, Lewis?
No. It's like it's almost like, I don't know. It's not a law probably, but it's just like it's just not the norm to buy a multi pack. It even says on the multi packs here, like, do not fucking open, pretty much. Like it says, this is a multi pack, cannot be sold separately. But yeah, I mean that's just a cultural difference. I suppose.
To buy single cans, they're in a different aisle. Single cans to the.
But you know what the thing is? There are single cans.
Ah.
So how much? Wait, sorry. How much does it cost for example, a single can of Coke?
Oh shit! I'll just check it online because I don't know.
I actually don't know what is in the UK anymore. I feel
It's
like
it's an addiction for me, so I don't give a shit what the price is.
70, 80p or something? I don't know.
I swear to God, it's £1 now here. I feel
Oh
like
my god.
It's going up, guys. By December everything's up by €3.
But this is why you shouldn't buy single things, because a multi pack will be like £4 for 8 or whatever. So
you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So
24 of everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, here, of course they only show the fucking packs, right?
But yeah, that is strange. Yeah, like they'd look at it. It probably wouldn't even scan over here. The Coke, a single Coke can over a multi pack, just probably wouldn't scan. Also, people would just look at you like, "What the hell are you doing? Just walk 5 feet and get a single can."
Well, you have something called the Voordeel Pak here, which is I don't even know how to say that in English, but what they do is they put like 4 1.5 liter Cokes bottles together, and you could walk out with 4 of those, right? In like a little cellophane, like you said, cellophane wrap. But then people will literally take those singles as well. But then they'll get to the register and it won't scan. But then they'll just be like, "Excuse me, this won't scan. Can you help me?" And then she just adds it in.
And they ring it up as one.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
So wait, like, how much longer will this go on? Because like, surely there'll be an end to this one day.
How do you mean?
Like, surely, like, every time they go to the checkout, they're like, "Oh, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working." Blah blah blah.
They don't care because they just get the lady to ring it up.
Okay. So it's actually the woman at the checkout's fault. She shouldn't be ringing them up and saying, "No, you can't buy from there. Go and get from there." And then they would learn, and then they would stop.
Could you imagine in the UK people opening up crisps multi packets and taking out individual crisps like this is just against all British standards, Casey.
That's funny because you guys are literally a stone's throw away. So it's just one. I don't understand. I mean, the cultural difference, but then again, I live in a fucking tiny country where there's 12 dialects. So
is this specific to Coca-Cola, like, or is this like a problem with the Dutch supermarket? So, like Liam said, a packet of crisps or a fucking Miller Corner, like yogurt. Like, do people open up the yogurt multi packs and take it one, or how does it work?
It wouldn't surprise me, but the thing is, I'm not very varied in my supermarket. Like, I'm the type of person, I have my shit I need to get and I'm out, like
because you're right, there must be people taking out like one yogurt and it's not got a barcode on it, and they're just going up to the front to the till and they're like, "We don't even sell individual yogurts. What do I do?" Like, no, that's just that's chaotic. That's like that's too much. Like that would not fly in the UK.
But also, the thing that I don't like is, like, I like to know how much things are going to cost before I buy it. Like, because if a single yogurt's £3, for example, and I know it's not worth that, I wouldn't buy it. But if you're ripping open a multi-pack, you've no idea how much it fucking costs. So basically,
the thing
you're
is,
taking a gamble.
No, because here, the individual things have their barcode as well.
Okay.
But then, obviously, sometimes they don't scan, right? But then, what they'll do is they'll just give you the price for a 1.5 liter.
Here's how they combat that. They make so for a single bottle of Coke or whatever, you have the barcode and it's €1 or whatever. For the multi-pack, all the individual barcodes should be the same as the multi-pack barcode. So when they scan one can of Coke, it's like
Yeah, they get the
€8,
multi
please.
pack.
And that's their only option. They can't do anything else. It's just like you've got to pay €8 for a single can.
Yes, sir. I
That
agree.
is how you combat that. You'll fix that in a generation.
I'm sure the Dutch will complain about that for sure.
Yeah, but it's just
Wow.
like, that's the product. It's a defective product. You shouldn't have scanned it. You shouldn't have been happy to scan it. But it's on your
And then
own.
the problem with that, right, is you end up with all these empty fucking cans of Coke that now can't be sold at all because people won't buy them because they have to pay £8, for example, and people can't fucking. I mean, you basically have to bin them or give them away because they can't be sold as singles either because they scan at £8. So then there's really is a problem both ways. Basically, you just need to fucking tell the Dutch people to stop being fucking retarded and buy a multi-pack or a single can.
You heard it here first. I'm gonna start selling that clip around. So, you heard it from Lewis, guys. Get your shit together.
Yeah, that is beyond the pale. That is insanity. That, to be honest, there's just no need for it. That's laziness. I didn't really peg the Dutch as very lazy people.
It's not about lazy. It's probably just I don't want to pay €8, so I'll pay 6 instead. Like that.
Yeah,
because we're very conscious of spending here.
Yeah, tight is what we call it.
Yeah. I gotta say, like when I dated a Dutch girl, like I learned a lot of saving techniques, which it's funny to say, but it's true. They know how to fucking do their shit here.
Did you get into couponing?
I did not get into couponing, but I'm already, coupons. Maybe I don't think coupons are that big here, or maybe I just didn't get into that world here. But I mean, I do have my Papa John's knows I live here, right? So they're popping in those fucking flyers all the time.
You're their target audience.
All the coops.
They call you the whale down at the store, I heard. let's harpoon a whale this week, boys. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell that story.
They
Do
know
it. You have to now.
They know they can get 2 larges off you a week on average.
Let's just say there's a game we used to play in college called harpooning. So.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I already know the game. Does it involve somebody oversized?
It may or may not.
Is it somebody you would call a whale?
Well.
And somebody has to take one for the team.
It's not even like I'm just gonna say they used to play this game. They used to play this game.
Yeah,
where everyone would put money in a pot, and whoever won the contest takes the money. So
okay,
that's interesting. Is that not prostitution at that point? Are you not sort of a gigolo?
She doesn't get the money.
No, but you do. So you're providing a service.
Yeah, but they'd be paying each other in the for something, for a service they're not providing each other.
Yeah.
So
an interesting game. It's an interesting game. Is it by any chance a saving technique that your ex-girlfriend?
The Dutch really know how to make money.
No. My ex isn't Dutch. So.
Your ex is from Texas. Let's go.
I wish I could play that game every night. I'd be making bank. I'm of course the whale.
Yeah, but Liam, you're not getting the money. The girls are getting the money.
Oh, well,
she doesn't get the money.
Yeah.
Like the guys put the money in the.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm saying guys, girls, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whoever's playing the game.
That's what I'm saying. The guy is a gigolo.
You're all putting money in a pot, and whoever takes the biggest girl home wins.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That is a gigolo. And also, do you weigh the girls, or is it just eyeball it, or?
And what happens when you get home? Like, you've got to take a picture and send it to your mate, or what?
I've never played.
Yeah. Okay.
And can
So
you
I don't know.
can you feed them up? Can you be a feeder and just like
No, it's a one night thing, so you can't
but-
you can't do the French cuisine where you fucking goose them.
Casey, I really want to go back to yours. Shop. straight to the kebab shop.
Be like-
No chance she's
Be
going
like,
home.
hold on.
I want to show you my Moby Dick.
Stand on this scale.
you just bulk her up with water. You just keep fucking
Take her to a truck weighing station first, and then
Wow.
trying to convince her to get on the scales in the morning.
No, I'm just trying to imagine like the cunt fucking games that they used to play in college. I mean, shit. I'm sure not just in college, but
Yeah, this isn't going to do much for your reputation, is it, Casey? Let's be
I
honest.
didn't play this game. I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's fucking top scorer. Top scorer.
Casey was driving a Ferrari.
I couldn't out of the good of my heart, man. I told you that.
Well, now we know if you ever become a millionaire, how you've made it.
It'd be good if you were into that though. Like if that's your like your type of girl that you're into, because you just fucking I'll
just
take
make
that
bank.
bet, you know,
Yeah.
Every single time you're just fucking sniffing them out.
Sniffing them out. Fuck me.
Right, I've got a hypothetical question.
Go for
Oh
it, bring it.
god.
Okay, so it's sort of like Desert Island Discs, but it's would you rather be trapped on a desert island
Mhm.
with Amber Heard
Yeah.
Oh god.
or Susan Boyle?
You had to go there, Liam.
Are you joking? Like, I mean, it's a 100% Amber Heard.
No.
No, it's
You wouldn't
Susan Boyle
survive.
for sure.
No.
I would go Susan Boyle. I could see myself making a life with Susan.
Yeah, or at least she's a bit more, talkative than Amber Heard.
Yeah, I think Amber Heard might drive you insane.
Yeah,
Susan
scream.
can sing, we can do duets.
Exactly. She's the jewel of Scotland, Susan.
I gotta Google Susan Boyle.
The thing is, I think she had a glow up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they
Wow.
always do when you get fucking money. You guys are cunts.
As much as she could have a glow up, she had a glow up.
She looks like a very nice lady. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Yeah, I
she
mean,
is.
yeah, she
She-
probably is.
She's happy. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
See, because the thing is, you guys have got in your mind like paradise, like beautiful beach, but I'm thinking more Castaway. You've got to like,
Wilson.
you've got to figure shit out. You've got to, you've got to
You
fish
gotta
for crabs, and
You gotta survive and thrive in your environment, and
Yeah.
you can't
Alright,
do that with Amber Heard.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm-
do you think Susan Boyle's got the stamina to last fucking 2 weeks on a desert island?
She went.
Oh,
Yeah,
she,
but-
went
she will have more.
Yeah,
Trust me.
she went 55 odd years looking like that in Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think Amber Heard's gonna fucking help you with anything? That psychotic
she
piece of
just-
shit.
No.
She just
She'll
No.
survive 2 days.
Yeah, but I think of the motivation.
Yeah, the motivation to kill.
It's true.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
No, you'd be more motivated to survive definitely with Amber. Heard.
Yeah.
No, I think you'd really want to kill yourself after a while.
I think
Yeah,
even,
but- Yeah, go on.
even if there was potential, I think you'd break up in like a couple of weeks.
No, I'm not talking about getting with her, but it's just a reminder that things look nice. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're on a desert island, but there is things to look forward to. Susan Boyle, it's like, unless you want to play the harpoon game, then it's
But Lewis, remember
Yeah.
you're on a desert island stuck with her, and guess
yeah,
what?
yeah.
And guess what?
Go on.
There's a reason why the speed of light is faster than the sound.
Yeah. And you'll write a book as well. How to survive Amber Heard on an
Yeah.
island.
Think of the money in it. You're right.
It's
yeah.
true. It's true. She's more.
You sell more.
But think about-
she's more famous, so you definitely make money at the end of it.
I mean, it's 2
No,
pages long because it's the first page is how to kill Amber Heard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
think of the money you'd make with Susan Boyle. How much money you guys putting in the pot? Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah.
way
But I
more.
mean, if you never see your mates again, then what's the point?
Well, the thing is, after a week, Amber Heard with no makeup, just sand in her hair, just hating you.
Yeah.
Liam, if
Will
you
be
fancy Susan Boyle, just
no. I
let
just
it
said
out.
after a week or two, they will be a lot closer than
Yeah.
they are out there in real life at the moment. Like there'll be a vagina's hair width in it over which one you'll pick after like two weeks of them in the sand and the rain and the hell, you know.
And also, if
I mean-
you haven't cooked like alcohol after 2 weeks, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, can you make alcohol on a desert island? Can you like ferment
sure.
stuff?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah,
Just drink enough seawater, you'll start getting delusional.
that's like 1 day off, dude. Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you could be drunk the entire time, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I'd pick Amber Heard.
So
But
let's
you
say
won't.
it's day one on this hypothetical island with Amber Heard, and it's day one with Susan Boyle. How are you spending that day?
Getting to know each other.
Yeah,
Getting to know each
basically,
other.
yeah. Know
Okay.
your strength, your weaknesses, and work from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
find
Nah.
in water. I'd just ignore Amber Heard and just
Yeah,
I'd just be
Nah.
like, "You're a distraction. You're not going to help me. Where's
Yeah.
water? Where's shelter?"
exactly.
It's
I'd be
all
like,
this other
yeah, we're
shit.
gonna die anyway, so we might as well get it on right now and then get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and convince her that she's been stung by jellyfish, and the only cure
It's
is
to pee on her. You fucking idiot.
like,
Stung by jellyfish in the mouth.
yeah. Oh,
Lewis, you're not in France anymore. What type of Italian restaurant was that?
well, this is why I got kicked out.
Yeah.
But,
That's what you meant by sharing.
Talking about French food, would you eat like snails and frogs' legs and
No.
all of that shit?
well, I was going to ask that. Did you have escargot or anything like that, or did you just?
So I didn't, but yeah, my partner who was with, yeah, she did. She ate the fucking snails. I faced the other way, and
Oh,
but it was like it's normal, you know what I mean? It's normal to them,
Yeah.
but to me, it's still like just doesn't sit in my
but
stomach. at
you've
all.
not kissed her since, right?
I've not seen her since. I ran mid dinner.
Perfect. Straight on the next flight home.
Yeah. I'm now currently hiding. So
Did you tear up her passport as well? So she couldn't
yeah,
follow?
yeah. On the plane, yeah. That's whose passport it was.
I love it when a story comes together.
Just asking this poor Middle Eastern guy. It
Yeah,
says here
yeah.
you're a 5-foot Chinese lass.
Amazing.
But, do you think you guys could survive on a desert island, like realistically?
For how long?
I mean, I guess to get rescued, but you don't really. I think once you've got over like certain hurdles, right, you're fine.
Yeah.
I guess.
Let's talk like a year then. Like
Yeah, I
most
think
a
you
year.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you could. You could a year, yeah.
365 days.
I mean, it
You
depends
lose-
how deserted it is. If it's just a bit of sand and that's it, then there's fucking no chance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
It's
if
got to be
there's,
sizable.
yeah, they need some sort of resource. I mean, unless you're a pro fisher with the hands, then fisherman with the hands, then it's not going to happen. So yeah, you'd
Yeah.
need some sort of fucking produce that you could eat.
Yeah,
something
like
to
a
kill.
bigger island sort of thing with like one water source, and you're good to go with trees and whatnot, mountains.
Yeah, I guess
to-
because as long as there's enough trees where you can get bananas or coconuts or whatever, you're probably good, right? That's
Yeah.
enough of a food source that you can just keep chopping down trees.
It's
Yeah.
probably the
Coconuts give you diarrhea though, so that's not good.
It would be
You're
the
gonna
mental
dehydrate
thing.
yourself.
The mental thing would be the thing that would fuck you the most because,
Mm.
like, yeah, you can eat, but if you've not spoken to anybody and
Then you want fucking Amber Heard narcissist 101 with you?
yeah.
yeah, but at least what Amber Heard, if you're there for 50 years, you'll probably still have her.
Oh god, you've never met
Not really.
You
no.
never met a narcissist, have you?
Yeah.
Susan
I'll
Boyle,
rather
I
go
get,
with Wilson. Wilson
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah, just start fucking a volleyball.
Why are you flated? God damn. Should I blow you up? Ugh.
I don't think I'd survive long with hypoglycemia, like unless there's like a steady food supply
But you
already.
could just eat a banana or whatever, couldn't you? Like,
Yeah,
that
I
would,
know it'd keep me going, but like still, like without that food source,
Mm,
natural food source, you know.
yeah. I guess there's nothing to level you off. It would be risky. Like, you have one bad day where it's like, oh crap, I can't get to a tree. You know, there's a thunderstorm, or
Yeah.
you've farmed all the trees around you, or you're trapped like halfway up a hill. You're fucked, aren't you? Yeah. I guess
Just
anything could go wrong, really.
see your desert island, right? You want it to. You've got to be there. Let's say you've got to be there for 5 years, right? So it's going to be shit, and you've got to be there with Amber Heard or Susan Boyle. But you have one luxury that you can take with you. So it can be like, I don't know, a fucking tree that grows Papa John's pizzas, or a fucking, I don't know, an iPhone. But obviously you can't fucking tell people, come and get you, I'm here.
It's
But
gotta be Coca-Cola, but like the
yeah,
Coca-Cola is always cool, no matter
yeah,
what.
and only single cans. Yeah.
Yeah, no. They come in a package.
Look,
They
listen,
come in a
it's
package with a few missing.
you can we'll let you splash out. You can have bottles. You can have ice cold. Fine. I think mine might sadly also be like, oh, it's not really luxury. I was going to say Pepsi as well, but like,
Food over drinks, because if you're on a desert island, like it's an island, there is water. You know
but
what I mean?
whatever food you pick, you're gonna get sick of. It's like this tree that can grow any food that we had one time. You know, it's you're gonna get sick of whatever food. If it's like Peking duck,
Yeah.
you know, it's like great. That's gonna be awesome for a week, and then it's gonna be like, oh, could I just eat anything else? Just give me some salad or whatever.
It has to be versatile. It has to be really
Yeah.
versatile.
So what is versatile? I mean, potatoes are pretty versatile, but
No
it's
protein.
no protein. Yeah, it's different ways of cooking it. I mean, chicken, but you know, you're not going to get all spices and different ways of cooking it, are you? It needs to be something that's always good. Like, what is always nice?
I mean, pizza's good,
Fish.
but it's only good because the topping. Fish is good as well, I suppose, because there's a
Yeah.
million different fishes.
I
Yeah,
think
you're right.
I think you could genie clause your way to a good pizza. You know, you could say, "Oh, I want a tree that grows pizza," but it could be any type of pizza.
Mm.
But then
Papa
you know,
John's.
it's like, yes, Hawaiian pizza tonight. That's at
No,
least
no.
it's slightly different.
Yeah, and you get yeah, you can put veg on it, like a fucking Hawaiian pizza with veg and also fucking every animal under the sun. But
Yeah,
No.
a pizza tree would be good.
No, I'm sticking
Yeah.
with Coke, guys. It's 32 years and counting, and I'm not sick of it. So
yeah.
That's a caffeine addiction if I ever heard one.
that's caffeine and sugar.
Mm.
Well, not sugar because I don't have a sweet tooth in that sense, but
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely got it as well. It's like I don't barely drink water at this point.
Yeah. It's so addictive, and the thing is, you don't feel like it's something you're addicted to, but like you are addicted to it.
no, I feel it. I've tried quitting 3 times now,
And what
and
did you get
every
a thumb
time I've actually the longest I've gone 2 years without drinking. Like when I quit Coke, I do only water.
Mm.
And well, alcohol, but that doesn't like straight, like no mix,
Yeah.
no nothing. Like,
So
but
cold-
like only
cold
water.
turkey.
So yeah, I go cold turkey, and it's always followed immediately with a fucking 2 week migraine. Like literally, I sweat, cold shivers, and that tells you enough how bad it is for you. Because but the problem is I'm quitting sugar and caffeine in one go, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
because
you
like the
drink the full
only
pack,
time
though?
I get sugars is from like fruits and stuff if I'm not, you know. So
Yeah.
or bread, you know, that
It's
type of
probably
shit.
because you're sort of partially like pushing back your hypoglycemia with Coke, basically.
I never thought about it that way.
It's like you're
Coca-Cola.
microdosing yourself. Yeah. By the way, drinking Coca-Cola over here is quite rare. Like it's all everything. Like most people drink Diet, right, Lewis?
Mm.
Diet Coke or Pepsi Max, to be honest.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting. That's disgusting. I mean, a lot of people drink Coke Zero here too, and you know, fine, but just don't tell me it tastes the same because it doesn't.
Here's what you got to do. So we did this the other week, didn't we, Liz? We've done it a few times, but
No, I've done it. I know what you're gonna say. I've done it. I can tell the difference blindfolded. I can literally. You could dip it in my asshole, and I can tell the difference.
Just a rim shot of Coke, nice.
Yeah,
no.
Which is another thing they did in college with alcohol, which freaked me the fuck out.
God, is that like the soaking tampon type thing?
Yeah.
Lovely. But they have a taste test like in the UK. That's Pepsi Max's main advertising is it tastes just like full fat Coke, but it's 0 sugar. And I'll be honest, like I'm probably 1 out of 2 on it. I've definitely been wrong before on it.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference, to be honest, when I do the taste test. But like the thing is, the issue is they compare what is it, Pepsi Max to full fat Coke,
Yeah.
and I think that's because they're trying to say that okay, it tastes the same even though it's got no sugar in it. But I think the better comparison should be fucking Pepsi Max to Diet Coke, surely.
Yeah, but then it's like drinking piss. Like Diet Coke is like I used to love Diet Coke, but it's just once you go to Pepsi Max, it's honestly it's like it's almost metallic like Diet Coke to me now. Yeah, Pepsi Max is definitely better.
I don't drink much Pepsi, and so I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between Pepsi Max, but Coke and Coke Zero, nah, night and day.
But you should definitely try Pepsi Max versus Coca-Cola because
I don't like Pepsi as much, you know.
Trust me.
I'm a
you
Coke
like
fanboy,
Pepsi
dude.
Max. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
you'll
Pepsi
like
Max.
Pepsi. That's what it's designed for. It's just to take away Coca-Cola market share. Like try it once, but the problem is then you're not treating your hypoglycemia.
Yeah, you need the full fat. You need the full fat.
You're just
normal Pepsi's pretty shit, to be fair. Like I wouldn't recommend that over normal Coke. But I think that Pepsi Max is better than Diet Coke. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like
hands down.
Whenever I drink a Pepsi or a normal Coca-Cola now, I feel like I'm drinking sugar. Like, it feels like sludge to me.
Brush your teeth straight after, kind of thing.
But the Pepsi Max is all right. I mean, I've sort of fucked it because I've got a Soda Stream, so I can put in the level that I want. So I'll like accidentally OD myself on caffeine. So I'll put like double the recommended intake of Pepsi Max.
So did you say you accidentally OD'd on Coke?
Oh no!
Yes.
Please don't clip this.
You heard it first.
Oh dear. No, but yeah, I do recommend. I don't know if is SodaStream is that popular in the Netherlands? Have they got them yet? I mean, it's not really popular here, to be honest.
I don't even know what you're talking about, and based on what you're talking about, like the levels, I don't think I want to fuck with that either because I might kill myself.
It's basically a thing that you have in your kitchen, and it's got a CO2 cylinder in it, and you. Yeah,
that's what that noise is. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that.
You've heard me like pumping gas at you.
I'm like, is he huffing gas back there? Like, what the fuck is going on?
You've just been too polite.
Sorry. That's perfect intermission for Queef of the Week.
Wow.
I can queef on command.
Wow, that was good. That had some real stank on it.
Continue.
Beautiful. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, huffing gas. Is that what?
I'm gonna huff that queef in a bit.
No. So yeah, it's just a CO2 cylinder, and you make fizzy water, and then you put in like the syrup that you want. So they have like the official like Pepsi ones now and Sprite and stuff. It's okay. It's never going to be as fizzy as like a one that's put in proper pressure, you know, a can or a bottle.
Yeah.
But it, you know, it's to me, it's 80% of the way there. Yeah, but how much does the fizz actually matter? Come on now.
If it ain't hurting my fucking tongue, then it ain't worth it.
That's what she said. No, it is good. I did get in trouble once from a very liberal girl, shall we say, and apparently it's like a Israeli product, and that's some people don't like that. So this very liberal girl didn't like the fact that I had a Soda Stream, and I sort of politely explained to her, why would I give a fuck, you know, where I get my Pepsi from? Like, it's not really something that goes through my thought when I'm buying a thing to make a drink. Like,
well, I mean, you think about it, right? Why would you give a fuck about buying gas from Russia? You know, you're buying gas. You're buying gas essentially, but yeah, this is obviously a complete different extreme. But I suppose it does. It fuels a war machine.
Hold on, before we get into that, did she say that while wearing her fucking Nikes?
No, it's true. She had an iPhone. She was wearing her Nikes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's hypocrisy. It's how far do you take it? Like, you know, you're wearing clothes made in Bangladesh, sweatshops, you know. But yeah, it's, to be honest, it's not something that goes through my mind. But I think
No, not
people just have a cause and they stick with it, which is, you know, fair enough, fair play to them. People have, you know, morals and that, but it's I don't think.
Where did you buy them?
Well, thank God he's not going to complain about that blood diamond we got him.
Yeah, it's weird. All the like looted African artifacts she didn't seem to care about, but you know, but it's just the soda stream she had a problem with.
Was she a UK girl? Because she might want to start sending back those Egyptian things.
Yeah. The UK, we got a few things higher up on our list than soda streams. Things we got, you know, there's a couple of Greek marbles and diamonds that people have got first dibs on before we start thinking about the soda streams. But no, I mean, I don't know if the soda streams are actually like cost effective. I've never actually sat down and worked out, because you've got to buy the gas, you've then got to buy the syrup. So I've never actually sat down and gone, right, what is a cost of a litre of Pepsi from this thing versus just walking 5 minutes to the shop and getting, you know, 2 litres.
To be honest, like, obviously it's good for the environment and stuff, but I think it is not worth it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's actually like a little more than half the price of a regular one.
See, I'm not sure.
So I seen this life hack and I told Liam about it, but you know, obviously it defeats the purpose of the plastic and blah blah blah. But you know, like, you can buy like a 2 litre bottle of sparkling water for like fucking, I don't know, like 20p in the UK or 17p. It's like literally fucking so cheap.
Cheaper than water.
cheaper than actual water. You pour a little bit of that out and then you put the Coke mixture in, and you've basically got the sparkling water pre-made in a 2 litre bottle, and then you've just poured a little bit of syrup in it, and you've got a fucking 2 litre bottle of Coke for like 30 pence. And,
yep.
And
you changed my mind, sir. You changed my mind. Yeah. Definitely cheaper. Definitely cheaper and simpler.
Yeah. And also, yeah, you don't need to fuck about with going and changing the gas, because it's great when it works, but see, when you're out of gas, you've got to go to the shop, and you've got
when you overpressure and you fuck up the machine itself, and you need to clean it.
Yeah,
you got me, sir. Yeah, I'm a changed man right now, sir.
Here's the thing. Here's you're thinking of it at a different angle. You're thinking pure price, right? But if you don't want to leave your flat for a week, all you need is a tiny bottle of Pepsi like mix, and you can get through, you know, like 20 litres of Pepsi, right? So I don't have to leave my flat for a week. Perfect for me. If I had to keep going and getting sparkling water and then putting the Pepsi mix in, I have to keep going to and fro into the car, or like getting it delivered, and, you know, God forbid, leaving my flat, right? But with the soda stream,
just to set the scene, can you tell us how far away that is?
Yeah, how far is the subway?
How far is the closest shop that you can buy water from?
50 yards.
You could get Deliveroo, and they would literally be like next door to where
you got Liam who doesn't want to leave the house, and me who lives on the street practically. So this is fucking.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it is good for that. That's the only thing it's good for, is not getting loads of plastic bottles like that. I mean, it's a good sell for the environment, you know. So that's the sell to other girls. It's like, oh, the soda stream's very environmentally friendly, you know. Shame about the Palestinians, but, you know, at least I'm not making loads of plastic bottles everywhere, you know. So it's just the, you know, it's the point of view. That's it. You've just got to go for the right angle, and it's a good sell.
Yeah.
But no, I think Casey, because of your like autism tongue, you'd be able to like pick out this is, you're like, oh, this is only 88.5% as fizzy, you know, I can't drink this, just pour it out.
Autism tongue.
Is that a thing?
It's now. It is now.
It is called special educated. God damn. Come on.
Sorry, it wasn't very PC of me.
No, that was amazing, dude. Yeah, autism tongue. I love that.
But yeah, so SodaStream, I don't know. I'd like to do like a proper scientific test of like, here's the price, here's the taste factor. Like you'd have to do it. You'd have to do a pretty big study, you know, a proper scientific study. Take 100 people and be like, which do you prefer? And I have a feeling all of them would say like, oh, the canned Coke or the canned Pepsi. But I'd want to know how close the SodaStream came. Like if it's like a 9.8 or a 9.9, then you may as well. You know, you're not losing anything. There's a whole ton of less plastic. But to be honest, the most environmentally friendly way of doing it is just getting the cans, getting the aluminum cans. It's just I can't be bothered to lug them around.
You could just get them on Amazon, man. They'll send you like 24 packs.
Yeah, well, one mission.
some Dutch post
only in Holland. Delivery guy literally shows, hey, I took one, all right? It's all right. It's all good.
Fucking hell.
It's a cultural thing to do, so. Fucking 23 cans. What'd be nice is if they sent 25 instead, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Like a baker's dozen, you know?
Yeah, there's always one. There's always one extra. And then you could just give it to the postman. Like, thanks for delivering it. Here you go. Here's the spare
can. Exactly.
But,
True that.
Yeah. So what's everyone been up to? Like it's video games at the moment, isn't it? It's video game season almost. We've like October it tends to kick off because all the games get released just in time for Christmas. But so what's out? I mean, I've played a bit of the new Call of Duty, the beta.
Yeah.
That was okay. Nothing to write home about, basically.
Yeah, I think that was I agree on that. I think it was pretty meh. It's okay, but it's just I don't know what happened to Call of Duty, man. They fucked it when you could allow people to like fly about and do that weird jumpy shit, and now they're trying to bring it back, but it's never the same as like Modern Warfare or MW2. They were the ones, and the rest are just trying to live up to that, in my opinion.
Yeah, it just feels like that's it. It's just missing something. Like I can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't feel the same. But we've also changed, like as people. Like you miss how you feel like coming home from school and booting up Modern Warfare 2. Like you're never going to be able to go back to that.
Yeah.
So
True.
I think it's partly like they're trying to recreate that, and it's not quite right. It's it's what's it, uncanny valley territory. But also, you're not the same person you were playing that game. You know, you're thinking, "Oh, I'm just wasting my time playing this," or "Oh, I'm not getting better. I'm not getting as good as I was." You know, my reactions aren't as fast. So, it's never going to be the same. But I still agree. It feels like something's missing in that formula.
Yeah.
I felt the same with the new Halo, with the new every game I've played. It's just like something's missing, but it's more likely me than it is the games. But what else? FIFA. I've been peer pressured into buying FIFA.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying FIFA. I mean, is it any good?
Shut up.
Nah, man. I refunded mine right away.
EA games. No, thanks.
To be fair, it's the last FIFA, isn't it? Probably.
It is the last one called FIFA.
Yeah. Oh god. Casey getting his risk management fucking FIFA DLC in. Oh, I think we should add some extra turnstiles to the stadium.
Talking about autism, Tom.
We need some crowd control measures on this causeway. Yeah, actually, to be honest, that's not a bad game. Football Stadium Designer.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be like a Sims.
Excuse me, have you not been listening to the amazing sounds when we play FIFA 23? I already did that.
Yeah, true. There's an elephant when they score a goal.
Exactly. And what do we call the chicken sandies?
Chicken sandies, yeah. Yeah, there is some cool like custom level customization you could do in it. And I'm not a huge fan of FIFA, but I think the game modes are cool where you like design your team and you can play as one player. I think those are cool game modes, but
yeah,
that's
my favorite thing of FIFA right now.
Yeah, same. It's just quite good because it's quite a casual game to play. It's not that stressful. Like it can be.
Not that stressful. Like half of us are screaming, "You fucking get past the ball!"
Yeah. Yeah, true. To be fair, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's like you can play it and then you can leave it and then you can come back to it. It's not like you're stuck in the game. It's not like you'll lose 10 hours playing FIFA.
But
You
yeah,
can
that game, let's be honest, that game is not finished. Like FIFA is not a done
No,
game. It's
it's
got
not.
problems.
It's got its
Yeah.
bugs for
It
sure.
crashes. It doesn't boot. Like you can hear people that you've muted.
Yeah.
It's a mess. I know they're constantly patching it. Like they're patching it as we're playing it after we've downloaded the patch. But
Yeah.
I don't get in this day and age how the only way that happens is if there's some manager shouting at someone, release the game now, we're losing money, we have to release. Like,
Yeah,
But
the
you
thing
know,
is, though, it's so hard to like test on that bigger scale because, like, yeah, you can do a beta test and yeah, you maybe get 100,000 people, but as soon as you've got 10 million people playing FIFA at the one time, they've not tested that. That's
yeah,
impossible to test.
yeah,
I
but the thing
mean,
is, yeah, sorry,
go on.
good. Yeah.
But now you go. I'm just gonna ramble.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Go for it. Go for it.
No, because the thing is, like, I feel like I don't know if it's the games I'm playing, but I feel like a lot of games that are releasing today are released with a lot of fucking bugs. I don't know
yeah,
if that's something I've forgotten from my past, but I don't remember that ever being an issue. You know, yes, there were patches and things to fix, you know, balances and, you know, that type of thing. But like this bad, like games crashing. I mean, shit, there's this game called Manor Lords that I'm trying to play, which is like basically like The Sims, but medieval style. And they have the demo out. And I launched the demo. First of all, sometimes I can't even launch the game. It just crashes right away. I can't even get past the menu. I can't even start a game. And I'm like, why are you releasing something if you know it's gonna do so much damage? You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always, when I search, is like one of the criteria is bug free on Pornhub.
Is that one of the new categories? Oh, bug free. That's grim. Sorry, I just thought about that a bit more.
Oh, so I had to do it.
John,
Oh man.
you always elevate the conversation. You really
Yeah,
No, come on now.
oh,
that's a next level dark humor. I like
oh,
it.
Jesus.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the problem is the internet is a double-edged sword, right? Because the beautiful thing is, if there is a problem with your game, nowadays you can actually fix it. Like back in the day, they'd actually put the bugs in the manual as like a feature,
Yeah.
or they'd like release an expansion that would fix it. But it would take them 6 months to a year to fix a bug, you know, and they might not even do it. But if their game doesn't sell well, it's just like that is the bug, you know. Our game is broken forever because we missed this one thing. You know, somebody snuck something in 2 days before it went gold, and it's like, cool, game's broken.
Yeah, but the thing is, it didn't matter back then because the reason it matters now is because everything is online and you cannot give people a competitive advantage over other people. In the past, it was all like, yeah, there was a bug and maybe you could run at a wall and you'd go through the wall or whatever, but it was always just a single player. Okay,
Yeah.
it's localized, but now it's like.
Pay to
If
win.
you give somebody pay to win, the way they make the money is they want people to pay to give that advantage, and if they give that advantage for fuck all, then they're losing money. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the reason. But yeah, I agree with you totally. The internet becoming so much faster and everything becoming online has totally
Yeah.
changed the way.
And I mean, the other thing is, so yeah, I mean, people back in the day would just ruin the game for themselves. You know, if they cheated, they'd be just, you know, basically ruining the game for themselves, making it too easy. They'd finish the game fast. You know, they'd be ruining their own experience. But with online, with multiplayer, it's you're ruining other people's. But I think the problem that devs have made really is since everything is online, it's like they've made things reliant on servers that shouldn't be. It's like if you took the FIFA servers offline right now, like you could probably maybe you might not even be able to play the game with with being offline. I think you can, but you can probably only do like one game mode, right? You could probably just do like an exhibition match. The problem is so much of it is based online that if it goes down, or you know, in 5 years, say you boot up your Origin, you start playing FIFA, it's like, okay, there's 4 people online. Okay, well, I've got to play against AI. This game's worthless. You know, so many games now basically center around multiplayer that if those servers go down, they're worthless.
And the thing is, it's not like obviously they have a lot of resiliency in this, but it's not just games. Like, for example, if your banking app goes down, you can't bank. If the banking system goes down because the internet's fucked, then people are losing millions of pounds on trades. Like it's everything is completely reliant on the internet, and everything has to be resilient and resilient and resilient again. And like disaster recovery is like the most important thing, like because as soon as something goes offline, then they either lose shit tons of money through loss of sale, or like, they could lose shit tons of money
Yeah.
because I don't know, whatever the fuck. Maybe it's a trading platform and they can't release their trades or whatever.
The scariest thing, you just said disaster recovery is the most important thing,
Mm.
and you and I both know from experience, it's always the last thing thought of. It's
Yeah,
the last thing you do.
Yeah, it's always the last, and same with like backups, restores. It's always like it's something it's a long way off. Don't if as long as the things are working and somebody's not shouting at me, then that's fine. But I mean, obviously that's not the way we try to work, and that's not the way we try to make things happen. But it's fucking ridiculous. I agree.
Welcome to my world. Then I get called in to clean up that shit.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
honestly, it should be a
The first thing,
proactive measure.
Mm.
It should
It
be a
should be the
proactive
first thing you
measure from
do.
the beginning, and you just save so much, like money, so much time, so much reputation. Like it's ridiculous how much. Like, granted, okay, fine. It's the chances of something going wrong. Like you have your risk management. You put your percentage of things that might grow, but chances of something big to go wrong is smaller than something less, right? But the risk is so high, like of losing something, so it's really a balance.
The thing is, though, like you can't with EA and with all these like fucking glitches or bugs or whatever. It's very much you don't know what you don't know. So like obviously when they release the game, they think, oh yes, it's perfect, let's go, we're fucking ready to go to market. But now when they look back, they say, shit, why didn't we look at that? Why didn't we do this? And yeah, they probably did miss it. But if they don't know what they missed, then how the hell can they spot it as well?
It's true. But they should do betas, and that's what Call of Duty did. I'm sure they ironed out some stuff.
That's where experience comes in. It's experience is key. Having foresight and hindsight is such an important thing for that. Like, granted, this is a bit more different than like risk management in the military field. Osama bin Laden said it best. It's his quote, actually. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said,
9/11 was good.
We're paraphrasing.
Go on, Casey, say it.
No. He said, you gotta get it right every time, but we just have to get it right once.
Right, once,
Yeah.
They've just got to sneak one through.
Yeah.
I mean, it is scary. Literally, you'll talk to a manager like, "Oh, we need to take backups. It will cost this much," and it's like, nah. Oh, we don't really need backups because we sort of copy the data here every day anyway. So it's like and it'll just be like it's never the first thing on their mind because it's that there's a 1% chance of it happening every day. But it's like you have 100 days, and one of them you might get hit. It's just it's scary how it's like it's never in the forefront to do backup or DR. It's like it's the last thing on the list, and then there's always something jumping in front of it on the list that's more important. So you just never get around to doing it properly. And when you do it, it's a half-baked solution where it's like, cool, we've got it, but you've got to do these 50 manual things to get it working. There's it's never as slick as what you're actually trying to protect.
Well, risk management is a ever-changing process. It changes day to day. And that's annoying, but yeah.
To be fair, in IT, there's a bigger push for security now. It's like I think, it's mad all the acronyms like that come out. But I think we're on DevSecOps or something at this point, aren't we, Lewis? Like that's the new thing in vogue. It's like you do the development, you do the security, and you do the ops. I mean, things come in vogue and leave, but it's there's definitely more of a focus, I think, because people have seen like the problems, as things, as we're talking, as things come more aligned, things like Visa going down or the Sony hack or anything like that. People go,
NHS was down for a while as well, and a couple of years ago, I remember.
yeah, that was the what was that? That was the they sort of hijacked the computers, didn't they? What's that called? Ransomware.
Yeah, it was the
Mm.
ransomware. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there was a ransomware that basically fucking asked for Bitcoin, or they're not getting to fucking get access to their computers. But there was
Patient rec-
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the patient died, right? It was that was one at the it was some uni kids. They were trying to hack the university, but they ended up hacking a hospital system.
I don't know.
And
You might know more than that. I'd be careful because you might have access to information that we don't. But
no. This is all public.
Okay.
This is definitely no, this is all public. I definitely would be careful with that. But yeah, no, this is public.
But yeah, I mean, it's shitty. I mean, I'm sure like they, the people that are doing this just want money. Like, probably desperately just want money, or they're doing it as an experiment. And it's like they don't really think of the consequences of,
No.
oh, what if we accidentally hit all these, XP computers that haven't been updated that bloody house all the NHS records, and people die because we want 50 quid, of Bitcoin from each of one of them. It's.
Yeah, to be honest, you wouldn't think about it in that scale. And to be honest, unless that's what they were trying to do, which, to be honest, like you said, they weren't. But I mean, they want to spread the ransomware as far and as wide as possible, probably.
Yeah, you're fucking over someone, whether it's somebody who's
Yeah.
only got 5 quid in their bank account, or it is like a huge organization that's worth billions of pounds. They're trying to fuck someone. And I think this goes back to the internet, is a blessing and a curse. It's like when you're playing video games, you'd never say the sort of things that you do say over matchmaking to someone that you're in the room with, because you'd get a black eye. But the internet allows you to do that and get away with it, because what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get muted or banned for a day, or somebody might swear back at you. Whereas couch co-op, or couch, split screen, you can't go, oh, you suck, you this and that, because you'll end up.
Is
I
that
remember.
the best? Is that the best you've got? You suck.
Yeah. I've heard worse from Liam. In fact, earlier playing FIFA 20.
Well, I've chilled out now. The game crashed enough times that I've chilled out from it.
and I want to go back to that couch co-op. No, I've said and been on the receiving end of some pretty fucked up shit on couch co-op, dude. So, but that's my bros, So it's just your mom's a whore,
Did they harpoon you?
And your bro is Bin Laden as well, apparently.
Whoa! I did not say that, John.
He was allegedly he was a gamer. I've heard Bin Laden, or he
Who?
had. Bin Laden
Well,
was a
yeah,
gamer.
all that flight
Holy shit.
simulator experience.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
We going there?
We already have.
we're gone, dude. It's just like we're over the threshold. It's done.
No, I can't remember what games he had, but also I feel like 20 people were using that computer because it was like very strange stuff, like GTA cheat codes and stuff like that, and but he had games installed.
There's no way that Bin Laden's fucking computer was it leaked, like what he had installed, or how?
Yeah.
How do you think they communicated in code, bro? Left, square, circle, triangle, like L1.
So let me tell you what games Bin Laden had installed. By the way, this makes so much sense. The first game, Counter-Strike. I understand.
Yeah, anybody who plays Counter-Strike would do something like that for sure.
I understand Bin Laden now. All I had to see was the first title, Counter-Strike, and I was like, I get it,
Give us a full list of.
Yeah,
Bin
but
Laden's-
based on his location, he would have blown something up in Moscow then.
I don't know. You play against enough Americans, and if they're insulting your mother,
and his quote about the Counter-Strike is, "We love death, the US love lives." That is the difference between us two.
Yeah, you've only got to get one through.
Yeah, exactly.
You only need one to rush B.
Yeah, and what's the second game he had?
Okay, he's got Half-Life. I mean, yeah, that's a good game.
I get it. He was angry. Half-Life 3 didn't come out.
It's true. Yeah. He was just trying to hit Valve, just trying to hit out Gaben.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 and
Uh,
Are
2.
we trying to put together a defense for Bin Laden here, or what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Just joking.
okay, he had emulators. He had a bunch of bootleg copies of Mario and Luigi, Partners in
See,
Time.
that's too far. That's too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
That's
Still
fucked.
games. Jesus Christ. You know.
yeah. He also said like any country that steps into. Yeah, I know. I'm reading the Osama bin Laden
You
quotes.
need to,
Sorry.
yeah, don't Google Osama bin
Please,
Laden quotes.
please,
Yeah,
please no.
I'm reading his love life as well. Come on, dude.
Oh, was he a bit of a player? Was he? He also had
I mean, he
New
had
Super
money.
Mario Bros, Metroid Prime Hunter. So he was a bit of a weeb. He was a bit of a
Yeah.
A bit
Gamer.
of a weeb.
Yeah.
Sort of a small gamer.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII. So he likes the classics. Dragon Ball Z, erotic games.
Oh, yeah,
Several-
but
Which one? Shower with Daddy Simulator for sure.
Well, it doesn't say because the CIA refused to reveal the titles due to some copyright content.
What?
that's probably Japanese then. Let's
That's sus.
So they're
Yeah,
happy
that
to
is yeah.
they're happy to talk about Final Fantasy, Counter Strike, Half Life, but they can't. They won't reveal the titles. Okay. He had films as well. He had copies of Ants, Cars, Chicken Little, Resident Evil, Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Resident Evil. My man's a Mila Jovovich fan.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if you went in and you found this guy's computer and you thought that this was Osama bin Laden, you would never expect him to have Ice Age and fucking whatever you said, Lion King or whatever the fuck you were on about.
But they do those tests all the time, like especially in psychology class. Like they'll be like, yeah, they list off some shit like, who do you think this belongs to? And then you're like, oh, really? Oh no, they did it with Ted Bundy and some dude that did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
A picture of Ted Bundy and then some dude that just looks weird. And everyone was like, oh, well, we'll go with Ted Bundy. You know, like that guy looks safe. Like, yeah, wrong.
Well, that's the fucking that meme that's going around about Hitler, like where they have him as a silhouette, and it's like, who would you trust out of these two people? And it's like they'll go a vegan, painter, non-smoker, and then it's like a list off stuff that like, or like an alcoholic woman abuser, and it's like the vegan was Hitler, the alcoholic was Churchill. It's like what have we learned from that? It's like, yeah, but also, you know, the other stuff. You know, I think that would have more of an impact on, you know, who I'd choose to trust over than he doesn't smoke and he doesn't really eat meat. But yeah, it's people can appear to be very good and do terrible things.
Yeah.
Apparently a Dragon Ball Z fan as well, Mr. Bin
Oh.
Laden. Apparently straight up porn. A large pornographic collection.
I mean, if you're in a cave with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
True, yeah. He's
He
got
probably have to download it all because he doesn't want to go on the internet either. Fucking like an IP address from the middle of a cave is a fucking pretty good giveaway.
His couriers are just moving about floppy disks full of like porn.
Hey, it's just now you. That's what all that cargo movement was. It's fucking endless floppy disks of porn. You know, some cunt was flipping the thing like, you know, like trying to erase it.
Yeah. Just rubbing a magnet on it.
Amazing.
But that'd be good psychological warfare. Just deny Bin Laden is porn.
Yeah.
It'll come out hiding soon enough. You just deny him that.
That's how Obama got him.
Yeah. Dude, that's mad to think that was what, 10, 11 years ago?
Shut the fuck up. 11 years ago.
Yeah, hold on.
Must
Operation
be, man.
Neptune, right? Operation Neptune Spear?
No way.
Yeah. Operation Neptune Spear was May 2nd, 2011.
11.
That's
11.
wild.
That is wild.
By the way, side note, remember that Arma 3 mission? That was fun.
That was good, yeah.
That was fun.
But yeah, that time has flown by, hasn't it?
Black Hawk Down, when was that? That was Somalia, so that was
1993.
1993. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yo, time flies. I mean, I was
Yeah.
3 years old then, but still, like, it's just like time flies.
I seen our interview today, and it was like the guy, or was it yesterday? But it was the guy who killed Bin Laden. Basically says that he killed Bin Laden in front of his son. So like the son watched Bin Laden die. He was like quite young, like maybe three years old or something. And
Is
then,
that the metalhead?
I don't know. He was wearing like cargo pants and fucking looked pretty hard. And I mean hard as in strong and like fucking not his fucking pants.
That's like, damn, you know quite some specifics. Were you there?
Part of his porn collection. Nah, but
And the kid got a purple heart.
but yeah, anyway, that will fuck up. Like, I mean, the dad was bad enough. Like,
Yeah.
if the kid takes any of that badness and then fucking amplifies it, then we're in for a
You've
fucking
got to
shock.
take that kid to Disneyland straight away. Like,
Yeah.
You know, one of his sons lives in America, and he's a fucking metalhead.
No,
I don't know if it's the same one. So when you said he was hard, I knew instantly, like, oh, maybe you're talking about the one that's a metalhead. Like, yeah, he's into metal music.
yeah, I don't. To be honest, I think he must be. Well, I mean, if that was if he was free then, and now it's fucking 11 years ago, it must have been like 14 now. So, yeah, interesting. It'll be, hopefully he's fucking normal. I mean, how do you open? Like, imagine you meet a girl, right? You're in the fucking club, and you're like, oh, let's go meet your parents, and it's like, well, about that.
There's plenty girls that find that shit hot. I mean, why do you think there's so many freaking girls sending letters to prisoners? You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
it's
Yeah, maybe Amber Heard on a fucking desert island. But you choose Susan Boyle.
I will choose Susan Boyle over Amber Heard any day.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think I could get Susan Boyle. Amber Heard it would just be a no-go from the start. So I'm just betting on the good odds, really.
Listen,
Okay,
you know she's crazy ahead of time. Save yourself. Never stick your dick in crazy.
Yeah,
what-
we're not betting money on a harpooning. Come on.
But let's put it this way, right? Let's imagine that let's go back to this island. Let's imagine everybody else in the world is dead, but it's just you and Amber Heard, or you and Susan Boyle, and you've got to basically you two have to restart.
That woman shits in people's beds. You want you want
her to be the new Adam and Eve. Have that as the
no, because you're choosing between here. Really, you're choosing between making the human race beautiful or making the human race beautiful inside. So it's like inside or outside.
No, we're talking about surviving on a fucking island.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, surviving as a human race. Now,
I don't give a shit if it's the prettiest fucking human race in the world. If you're a bunch of fucking cunts, get the fuck out. You know?
Yeah, let's
Like,
make
if
narcissists babies.
And also, there's no guarantee that the baby you have with Susan Boyle will not be the most beautiful thing ever. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
well, I mean, if there's only a 1 in 3 chance because there's only 2 other people.
I've seen ugly parents make beautiful children, but when one parent is like pretty and the other one isn't, it doesn't turns out really good. So it's not gonna work because Susan Boyle is very pretty. So,
yeah, in my eyes, she's beautiful. All women are beautiful.
That went over your head.
Yeah, no, I got it. I just didn't know how to react.
And if all else fails, incest.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, actually, John's right, because within one generation, you would have to do incest.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way around it. But that is how you get like cool humans. Is like that's how you get the super mutants. Is to just like, 5 or 6 generations of incest, and you're getting the 4-armed people. You're getting the cool mutants. So
but incest isn't that bad. I mean, come on, you're not getting 4-armed people. At least I don't.
But the thing is, there's never been just 2 humans.
I have to say right now that I'm definitely going to clip that Casey.
What?
I'm not going to repeat it because you clip me instead. But what you just said.
The Susan Boyle thing or what?
No. We'll listen to it in post.
Yeah, we'll play it back, don't we?
I'm
Plenty.
fucking worried now. But
We've
anyways,
got quotes. We got quotes from Osama bin Laden, and we've got Casey's approval of incest. Let's go
Yeah.
in one.
I mean, have you guys read the Bible?
Which one?
No, but think about it. Okay, fine. If incest is the only way, like, what choice do you have?
Yeah, just enjoy it, right?
It's not my point. I'm just saying, if you're stuck on a desert island and that's your only fucking way to bring humanity, wasn't there a movie about that already? The Blue Lagoon. Weren't they brother and sister?
They were cousins, I think. That's like an old movie, isn't it? That's like 70s or 80s.
Yeah, that's like young Brooke Shields. The Blue Lagoon.
Maybe they were brother and sister. I can't remember, but yeah,
Uh,
that was the gist
yeah.
of the movie. But they were on the island when they were like 4, and then whoever they were with died, so it was sort of different. But yeah,
And it's still incest.
still incest, still creepy. Also, they weren't in a post-apocalypse; they were just like 10 miles from the fucking island where there were other people. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Imagine that.
in the 1700s. It's just like that may as well be half the world away.
True.
But yeah, I
This
don't
is
know.
true.
I mean, it would get weird very fast. You know what I mean? It's like I think
You almost need 2 families, like 2 families, and it's doable. But
one, it's fucked. It's
yeah,
Then you get the Hatfields McCoys type situation. You know.
yeah. But then again, in 3 generations, you're just gonna have the same problem. It's like it's you need a decent amount of people to add stuff to the gene pool.
Yeah. Fair. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we're talking about it like we know genetics and
Yeah.
like we're experts in this field, but we're
Well,
not.
if you're trapped with Amber Heard and Susan Boyle, you could go the distance probably. You know, you could. There's enough different genes there that you
I'd
could.
Mormon it up. Yeah.
Yeah, just have 2 sister wives.
Yeah.
And the best thing to do if you did that was to have Susan Boyle be the main wife, the alpha wife.
Yeah.
And what you do just to play tricks with Amber Heard is you like just pretend to be so attracted to Susan Boyle, just like literally only have eyes for her, because
No, I'm pretty-
Amber
yeah.
would get so clingy. Like
Yeah, no, but that should fucking end up killing both of you, dude. That's it's
yeah, you're literally fueling the fire here. Like I think you've got. I would maybe play it the other way around, where you try to make her think, oh, she's only one, but then Susan Boyle on the side cooks a dinner and is paid.
Lewis got it down pat.
Yeah.
Lewis gonna be like, hold on, let me get my book out. I already know this one. Like,
I mean, to be fair to Amber Heard, she can't make a fire for shit.
yeah, it's true. She's only good for acting and a select few other things. So
Yeah.
what? She knows how to make a situation heated, though.
You mean
True that.
shitting on a bed? That's heated enough.
Man, I can't believe that.
So what actually happened with that trial? Like she lost, right? So she's done. She's bankrupt forever. Or
Not really. She like made a second inquiry, I think.
No, but they
Yeah.
denied it.
Oh, did
Ah.
they? Okay.
Yeah, they denied it.
You'll find
Ah.
some rich Saudi bastard who wants to pay fucking shit tons of money.
I heard she's basically writing a book now about the whole situation, and ironically, will pay back the debt with that.
That's
Probably.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
I wonder what she did with the donated money.
oh yeah, because she got money when she was in the UK, right? Like, and she
Yeah.
was like, "I'm gonna donate it all." You know, I don't know.
I
Because
don't-
she didn't do it, did she? Or something.
Well, she claims she did, but there's no proof.
I think it's just fucked up because clearly, well, Johnny Depp won the trial, right? So by law, he was in the right. So it's fucked up that he lost. Like he did lose Pirates of the Caribbean because that is true. Like he
Yeah.
must have lost a lot of work. And he, one of those films, he's pretty much like he's making so much money off it. You know, it's every film that come out. I'm sure he'll make tens, if not 100 million off it, because it's like, what is a Pirates of the Caribbean?
100 million.
He must be. What is a pirate? Like he must be getting points on those movies, right? And he'll get a piece of the merchandising and the video games and the this and the that. Like those films were making $1 billion each, right?
Yeah.
So he's getting points on that. He's making money on that, serious money. And for them to cut him out without any proof, without any like solid proof, is like he should have sued Disney. He should have just gone, right, Mouse, this is it. I'm going, just go hard on them, because that is unfair dismissal 101. That is like that is pure unfounded stuff.
Yeah.
He should have just turned around immediately after the Heard thing and just gone, right, Disney, either you put me back in, or this is it.
Well, especially because they shunned him basically, but yet they were still like at the Disney World rides and stuff. His face is all over the Pirate Caribbean stuff. His voice, everything, So they're still using him, but they're shunning him. Like,
Yeah, you
Then,
can't.
then again, like a lot of the things that he did, right? Like Johnny Depp, like he was taking coke. He admitted in trial that he was taking coke and blah blah blah. Disney's meant to be about like princesses and fucking fairy tales. Like they still like it's still not a good look for Disney to have a guy who's openly admitting to taking coke and taking drugs and blah 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 to then say welcome back. You know what I mean? It still doesn't look good. Like people have been dropped for less from other like promos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good look, is it? They don't want to. They want to be the family friendly thing, but I don't know. I mean, Hollywood has different levels, right? Hollywood sort of like you toe the line. Like there's loads of drug addicts in Hollywood, and people that do worse than Johnny Depp, basically. But
Yeah.
as long as they toe the line and keep it quiet, and the studio pays people to hush it up, then it's fine. But I think Disney's got its fingers in so many things now, and it's still trying to be family friendly, where it's got like, there's 18 rated Disney stuff now. They've got like I don't know, like Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff, where people are dying in it, and stuff like that. It's
Oh my god.
people dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Walt Disney himself wasn't a great guy. You don't have to look far to start finding.
what was wrong with him?
I mean, can I just say we've talked about Amber Heard and now Bin Laden, so he's fucking a great guy.
Yeah,
He's the greatest of the guys that we've talked about.
I don't know. Maybe he just didn't live long enough to do something stupid. More stupid. We don't know.
True.
So I don't know. It's hard to judge people.
Yeah, especially like at the time, like fucking, you go back to the 30s or 40s or whatever, and you're trying to put your morals on them. Back then, it's not really a fair comparison, is it?
Yeah, and back then as well. Like, I mean, it was a lot harder to be outed for doing something wrong, or like, so you kind of got away with having bad morals. Whereas now, fucking any Facebook mum will be on there fucking writing a post like, this guy's a cunt, he fucking cut in line at me, and stole a fucking can of Pepsi out of the multi-pack. But now, but yeah, like back in 1940, like nobody would know, and if it was a girl that saw it, they would just get told to shut up back then. But yeah.
Yeah, so it's going back to the internet.
Yeah.
Blessing and a curse, and what we were talking about with vigilantism the other day is you've got to be so careful. You've got to be 100% sure you're right, and not go out of your way to accuse people of things, because you'll get the wrong end of the stick and ruin someone's life unjustly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Like, watch, if this podcast ever, becomes something.
If there's ever more than 5 listeners, you mean?
If there's ever more than 5 listeners, and one
Yeah.
of you decides to run for prime minister, president, or any high position, CEO, someone's gonna find this shit and cut something from it the right way and fuck you over with it. Like, it's just, that's how it works,
Well, thank you for listening to the Fourum podcast. This is our last ever episode.
Yeah, I'm actually running. I'm running for prime minister, so we got to cut it here. Sorry, guys.
I'd vote for you. I'd vote for you.
Your vote doesn't count. You're shunned.
I'd vote for you like I like these videos. So
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to be stood up and get 5 votes.
I'm pretty sure you get more than 5 votes. You got more than 5 family members.
Exactly.
Susan Boyle, Amber Heard, and the two sons.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
True,
Okay.
that's why you gotta have a big family. You gotta have them incest babies voting for you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Fucking hell. Downvoted more than the Prince of Persia. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
But I think we are at about time anyway.
Yeah.
Running for prime minister or not, I think we're well over an hour. So
Yes, we are.
let's call it there. So
Just
it's,
gonna give my thanks for the 10 words I've said in this entire episode.
John, you were invaluable. Trust me.
Thank
man.
you.
Those dark humor jokes.
Ah.
Right. Okay. All right. It's goodbye from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
until
adios.
next time.
Night.
Good night. Love you.
God bless.
How about loud queefs then? Suck on that, man.